here's a delicious treat.
From our garden to yours.
When guests come to the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress, they expect to see a colorful paradise. With me today is Christy Cochran. Christy is with the Brickman Group, and she's in charge of keeping the flowers beautiful. Welcome, Christy.
Thank you.
Christy, tell me a little bit about the flowers we have here. We have, tell me a little bit about this.
Well, we're in our winter rotation, so we have pansies and dianthus, which obviously can withstand the cold temperatures.
And so they, the colorful flowers, you have certain things, you can only plant certain flowers at certain times of the year.
Correct.
So selecting them is a big deal.
Sure. I mean, it has to fit the needs and the light level and whatnot, so you have to keep that in mind for each rotation.
And so how do you go about selecting them, these annual flowers?
Well, we have, we deal with a lot of growers locally that, obviously grow flowers, and we have good relationships with them, so we have, connections that way, and they grow them, we monitor it, and then we plant them.
And how many annuals are actually at the Hyatt?
There are 10,145.
10,145 annuals.
Yes.
That's a lot of flowers to take care of.
Yes, it is.
How often do you have to replace them or change them out?
Quarterly, every 3 months.
Every 3 months you do that.
Yes.
Well, Christy, you have some beautiful dianthus you want to show us too. Let's go take a look at those.
Great.
Here we are at the front of the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress to look at the dianthus. And Christy, they are beautiful.
Thank you.
They are. Now, why did you choose white? It seems like an unusual color.
Well, we chose white because it stands out very well in shadier spots.
It does make the entrance look wonderful. Tell me a little bit about how you take care of these annuals.
Well, as far as fertilization, we use a water soluble once every 10 days.
Every 10 days? That seems like a lot.
Right. Well, have to keep them pretty.
Do you use granular at all?
We do use granular as a backup.
And what about irrigation?
We water them twice a week, 15 minutes per zone.
Twice a week, 15 minutes per zone. Now you have some alternatives to color at the pool. Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Here we are at the beautiful pool area of the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress. And Christy, you told me that this area, sometimes you have to use plants to provide color other than the annual flowers.
Absolutely.
And here we have, what is this one here?
The California bush daisy.
And what kind of care does that require?
Very low maintenance. It needs a little bit of deadheading occasionally, but overall it's drought tolerant, can take cold temperatures. It's a great plant.
It is a good plant. And some of the other ones here, we have the crotons.
Mammy crotons, yes. Great color. Again, easy care, low maintenance, very easy to manage and maintain.
Now, do you ever have any problems with them?
Well, they're cold sensitive, so you have to remember that in the colder months, perhaps cover them for protection, but overall they're really easy to manage and take care of.
And sometimes they can get spider mites and insect pest problems. And then you have the Thai plant, the beautiful tropical Thai, and people really are probably drawn to that plant.
Oh yeah, great accent color for any bed really. Can manage shade or sunlight, so they're really easy to take care of also. They
are good. And so here you have you do have some of the ornamental kale planted too, and that's your traditional annual flower.
Right.
But some of these plants, they're not replaced as often as the annuals, correct?
Correct. They're here to stay.
So that's it all makes this area look the tropical paradise that people to expect.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Christy, thank you so much for sharing your information about how you make the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress look beautiful.
You're welcome.
Accent your landscape with color. It might look like the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress.